Hey folks, it's Mark and Bob with Fire Mountain Outdoors, and we've got something in this here satchel.
I thought it was a Merce.
It's not a Merce, Bob. It's most people would think this is a laptop bag. Just innocuous little, every businessman, even I've got a laptop bag just like this that I carry my laptop to do work stuff with. So, but there's something else in here. You know, Bob, you might be hard-pressed to believe that I have a rifle-length carbine right here.
That is the beauty part of this, because you can be walking around anywhere and people are just going to think you have a laptop in there.
That's right. You know, I'm actually I'm the opposite of an open carry guy. I defend the rights of all those open carry guys, but I like to keep all my cards close to my chest.
Absolutely. Just like poker, I'm not going to be showing everybody what deck of cards that I've got stacked in my favor.
What we have is a Sub-2000. This is a Kel-Tec Sub-2000 9mm carbine. This is a folding carbine that is chambered 9mm, and this one is a Glock version. This one takes Glock magazines. It's got a simple mechanism here to release the barrel, and this just folds shut with a little snap there. And now we have a carbine. It folds up nice and compact. It's kind of got a unique charging system where this is the charging handle back here, and you can just open it, cock it. It's got a bolt hold open feature. It's got a cross bolt safety located right up here. Has peep sights. It's just amazingly compact, and it's super light. You know, the advertised weight on this is really light. I can't remember what it is, but we'll put it on the screen. And I just really like these things. This is the second one that I've had. The cool thing about this, Bob, is that here in my little laptop bag, I can also have 50 or a couple hundred rounds of ammunition. I've got my Glock magazines that would go to my Glock pistol, and by golly, you can have my Glock pistol in here with a holster too. So this is a convenient setup. So you could have a lot of ammunition. This is a Glock 17, takes 17 round magazines. You can get a 33 round magazine for this, right, and those would all fit in here, stacked in here. The ideal situation for this would be if you've got to be discreet in how you're carrying something, you know. Just like we said, it's kind of the opposite of open carry. If you're going to have a lightweight carbine that you want to be able to stick in a backpack or a satchel like this for defense of your person, or for a bug out bag, or a get home bag, or the shit hits the fan and you want some firepower, this is a great little compact package for that.
You know, for bug out, for camping, you know, for a camping rifle, this is just a cool little package. Or just, you know, taking off on the Rokon, you know.
Sure.
You know, it's something that you can just throw over the top of the rear fender or on the front fender and just take off. This
would fit on the little barbecue front rack, you know, fold it up. It's nice and short, doesn't stick out past the handlebars. And you see how quick it is to deploy if you need it. You know, you can have the magazine stored there, ready to go, and you just need to unfasten it and unfold it and then start shooting.
Yeah, it's a fascinating, cool little weapon. They've been around a while, but I've never handled one until today.
All right. Well, what do you say we go shoot this thing?
I'm all for it.
So this one has, I bought this used, and it has a couple of accessories. It has this add-on little device here on the back that lengthens the length of pull a little bit, which makes it a little bit more ergonomic for a shooter like myself. Mags drop free. That was a 50-yard target. That's the beauty of this little carbine. It's amazingly accurate. No last round bolt hold open. You know, I've had one of these before. I couldn't remember why I sold it. Shooting this actually makes me remember why I sold it. And it has nothing to do with the gun itself. It has to do with me and my physiology. In order for me to get a good sight picture on this, I've got kind of protruding cheekbones, and I really have to mash my cheek into the receiver tube back here in order for me to get a sight picture. And every fire is like somebody taking their, going thwack, 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 right there. And it's not that noticeable for one magazine, but about the 15th round, you're like, geez, quit whacking me in the face. I think that has to do if the sights were slightly taller, and my sight picture was up a little bit, where my cheek instead of my cheekbone was there. It would be a lot more comfortable for me to shoot. Now, one thing about this particular weapon is it does have, it's got a crossbolt safety that's located not down by the trigger guard, but it's up here. So it's not necessarily quick or intuitive to get to. And the other thing about the safety is it disconnects the trigger when it's not in the fire mode. When it's in the safe, you can pull the trigger all day long. The trigger pulls and it just doesn't do anything. So if you pull the trigger and it doesn't do anything, you got to take the safety off. Well, Bob, that was fun times. You know, these things impress me.
You know, this is a weapon I've been interested in ever since they came out, and this is one of the first times, you know, that Kel-Tec really caught my attention when these came out. And very cool. I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually get some trigger time behind one. Very happy you got it.
Yeah, and I like it. You know, we went over all the controls and what it does, and once again I was reacquainted with why I got rid of the last one I had, and that is getting a sight picture and just mashing, and it's right on my cheekbone, and that's just me. It's probably other people that have a cheekbone in a different spot or maybe not as prominent.
No, it's not just you, Mark.
So that is the only thing that I don't like about that, and because I like the package so much, I'm going to try and figure out a way to fix that. You know, the other sort of a drawback of this, and it kind of relates to what I'm talking about, is because the initial thought would be, well, I'll put some optics on there and then I can raise it a little bit, but because of the folding nature, all of this area where you would put an optic, it all sandwiches together.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think they make a a flip to the side mount, and I saw some other do-it-yourself kind of options. And you folks stay tuned, because I'm going to endeavor to fix that, because I want to be able to shoot this and shoot it a lot, but have it here or here instead of here. And I'm not sure what that is, but
Yeah, and I also found, while wearing earmuffs, even made it even more so cumbersome. My cheek's still even a little bit raw from shooting at that today. But I had to find it, holding it more forward,
right
into my shoulder, in front of my shoulder instead of, where I really wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Made it a little bit better for me. You don't have to really worry about recoil at all, because it's a 9mm.
Right.
But the accuracy really surprised me.
It's amazingly accurate.
I think it was more accurate than my AK-47.
It very well could have been. Yeah, it's they are amazingly accurate, and the 9mm, you put it through a barrel that long, it picks up some significant velocity, and I wouldn't want anybody shooting at me at 50 or 100 or I don't know how far. I don't want anybody shooting at me with a 9. So there's some energy there.
Trigger was exceptionally good too. That kind of surprised me. I was expecting like a real heavy, gritty trigger.
Well,
wasn't bad,
because because it's so light. You would expect a Crossman quality trigger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or a Daisy quality.
Red Ryder.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. And it's not. It's got a nice trigger on it. It's a wonderfully light, compact package. It's just got that part that just annoys me to shoot. And once I figure out how to fix that, and I will, folks, then this will be one of my favorite clinkers, because 9mm way cheaper to shoot than 5.56 or 2.23 or 7.62 by 39. yeah. So no.
I can't wait to show up to the range, and he's going to have some feminine hygiene pads taped to the side of this thing. You
know what? I'm a function over form guy, and if that made it feel better for me, by golly, I could. I'm trying to think of a brand name for this kind of thing, but I'd stick them on there. And on my last one, I'd stuck a piece of foam tape on there,
right,
and tried to help it. But really, that just kind of holds you further, and you have to mash it harder.
Mm-hmm.
So. But great little compact weapon.
Yeah, the controls took a little bit getting used to. The safety, you can actuate it with your thumb, but then, to reactuate the safety, to put it back on fire, you got to remember to...
Right, you got to pull your hand off of the fire position and put it there. Yeah. And it is odd. Most of the time, if you're in the safe mode, then and not in fire, then you can't move the trigger. This one, you can pull the trigger all day, and that's kind of, you're like, well, what did I not cock it or what? So that's that takes a little bit of getting used to, but
yeah. And I like the feel of the grip on this. I kind of wish that I don't know if Kel-Tec is making their any other pistols with this grip and with this frame, but it actually felt really nice. I don't know if that PMR 30 that they make uses that same grip.
The geometry and all of that. Yeah, I mean it's a fat grip, and it feels nice that way. So, and the magazine release, the mags drop free, right, quick and easy. No.
Yeah, there was just several qualities of this, that I guess they exceeded my expectations, but there was, a lot about this particular weapon that I had these preconceived notions that I just didn't expect a whole lot from it, and it just really did surprise me today.
I know why I bought the first one, and I like it. I like it, and we're gonna fix the only thing that I don't like about it. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that yet, but if you folks have any suggestions on making the ergonomics for the sights on the Sub-2000 better, please comment below, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Stay tuned as we update, improve, upgrade, and progress further with this dead reliable 9mm carbine.
Midwest Industries. How about some key mod rails?
There you go.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
With the 4 horsemen ride, or choose your fate and die. On through the dead of night, with the 4 horsemen ride, or choose your fate and die.